Good morning, Utah. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the work week. Yesterday, we were telling you that a weak disturbance was going to move across the northern half of the state, and that system is getting ready to work its way over towards Colorado. But because we have seen some moisture move in, we are tracking some showers out there this morning. They're generally in the northern half of the state. But if you're traveling in Salt Lake and Utah counties and throughout the Tooele and Rush valleys, you're going to be finding some pretty wet streets. Most of the wet weather has come to an end in most of Davis and Weber counties, but we are seeing showers extending throughout the Wasatch back. So along the Wasatch front, you can expect some wet roads. As you make your way into Park City, you could start to see some snow out there, so be careful as you get ready to hit the road. And we're likely seeing rain around Heber out there this morning. Go ahead and take a live look outside. This is the view from Park City Mountain, where it looks like we are seeing snowflakes falling from the sky. Right now down in Heber, though, that temperature sitting at 40 degrees, while we're at 47 degrees in Provo, 40 in Logan, 39 in Price. Most spots across the state waking up with temperatures in the 30s and 40s, while St. George is waking up with a temperature in the 50s once again. In Cedar City, it's nice and quiet, and really across the southern half of the state, it is nice and quiet, and that's how it's going to be today. Right now, we're checking in with that temperature of 48 degrees in Cedar City. Your out the door forecast along the Wasatch front will hold on to that slight chance mainly through the morning, and then we should see gradual clearing from late this morning into the afternoon. Temperatures won't be warming quite as quickly compared to what we saw yesterday. We'll come in about 5 to 10 degrees below our seasonal averages, but instead of a daytime high in the mid-50s like we saw a couple of days ago along the Wasatch front, I think that we're in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. Probably still want that sweater through most of the day today along the Wasatch front. Daytime highs up north outside of Salt Lake will come in mainly in the 40s and 50s, while as you make your way into central and southern Utah, we'll mainly see a mix of 60s and 70s, while Moab, Lake Powell, and St. George see daytime highs in the low to mid-80s. We'll go ahead and zoom things in here for a better perspective. Along the Wasatch front, daytime highs mainly in the upper 50s as we get to 57 in Ogden, 59 degrees in Spanish Fork, while Park City will see a daytime high of 47. And throughout the Uinta Basin, daytime highs will mainly be in the upper 50s and low 60s. In central Utah, daytime highs mainly in the 60s and 70s here, with Nephi and Fairview seeing daytime highs in the low to mid-50s. While down in southern Utah, it is that mix of 60s and 70s, while Lake Powell, St. George see low to mid-80s. We'll get to 71 in Blanding, 79 in Hanksville, and we'll see a daytime high of 64 degrees in Beaver. So let's go ahead and begin the Futurecast, and I'll start this at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So by that point, most of the wet weather across northern Utah comes to an end. I wouldn't be surprised if we still see a few lingering showers, maybe in the high country through at least the early afternoon. But by the second half of the afternoon, relatively calm conditions, temperatures a little bit below average up north, pretty seasonal down south. And then as we move into our Saturday, we have a big shakeup in our weather because the high pressure that's going to quickly build in later today will quickly move away to the east, allowing for a very strong southerly flow. It is going to be windy tomorrow, and that's going to be a precursor to our next storm system that's going to be arriving as we go from Saturday night into Sunday. By Sunday, that storm system moves in. We'll be looking at a decent chance for showers across the state with a slight chance even down around St. George, but that best chance of wet weather will be in the northern half of the state. Valley rain, mountain snow. Temperatures will be cooling down, and this is just going to start an unsettled pattern that's going to carry over into next week. And you can see that Utah spring weather roller coaster with us being a little bit below average today, climbing quite a bit by Saturday. Then daytime highs dropping off pretty significantly as we round out the weekend and move into next week. And by early next week along the Wasatch front, daytime highs might only be in the low to mid-50s. So it is definitely going to be a cool start to the week and a wet start to the week. But over the next 7 days, we could see some pretty healthy moisture. This is the precipitation forecast from the Weather Prediction Center, and you can see across northern Utah, even in our valleys, we could range anywhere from ½ an inch to maybe 2 inches of liquid water. Above 8,000 feet, that could mean for some pretty healthy snow. In southern Utah, we can't rule out the chance of wet weather, but as you can see right here, that chance won't be as high compared to areas up north. In St. George, daytime highs the next couple of days will be in the mid to upper 80s, with tomorrow being the warmest day. It will be windy this weekend, even with the front moving through. We have that slight chance on Sunday. The main impact, though, will likely be from winds down in St. George. We stay breezy into next week with temperatures staying a little bit below average, but we should be in the mid to upper 70s to around 80 degrees by the middle of next week. Along the Wasatch front, we have that morning chance for a few showers, a daytime high around 60, mid to upper 70s tomorrow, then a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms on Sunday as that front moves through, and then we'll stay slightly unsettled as we move throughout the bulk of next week. Now let's go ahead and switch gears, check the traffic out